This video is sponsored by
Carly!
So, you might have seen your favourite YouTubers trying out this product before, and well, now it's my turn. Carly have sent me out one of their OBD scanners, and I'm ashamed to say that I've never actually used one before, but I'm excited to see what I can do with it on my Mini. I am actually planning a trip to the Nürburgring next year, so this little thing should come in super handy unlocking features that were previously off limits via the in-car menus, and if I ever have any issues, I should be able to check out what the codes mean. Anyway, let's see what it can do in a bit more detail. Go grab yourself a cuppa, get sat down, and let's get into it. Well then, are we on? Yes, we are. Right, Carly have been kind enough to send me over one of their OBD2 scanners, so I'm going to use this today to try and code out a few things that I don't really like about the Mini. And yeah, we'll run some diagnostics and stuff like that as well, see if we're nice and healthy. Inside the box, we've got the scanner itself, download the app, which is what I did last night, plug into the OBD port, which is down near my right foot, and start the app. I'll pop it up here for you. So basically I've signed in with Google, so I don't even have to fill out a form. I've picked the car, so obviously I'm in a Mini, so scroll down to Mini and click that. Then you want to pick what year it is, so it's a 2016. This is an F56, so I've gone for F5X. And then whether or not it's a petrol or a diesel or a hybrid or whatever. This is what it'll look like if you haven't bought the subscription. But because Carly have sent this over to me, they've actually gave me the full app for free. So I'm going to run you through what you can do with a full subscription today. Now the first thing that we want to do is actually connect it to the car. So it says before you connect, plug the scanner into the OBD port, which is down near my right foot, turn the vehicle's engine on, and that makes sure that your Bluetooth is on as well. So if I just quickly check my Bluetooth is on, I'll pop this into the OBD port down here and turn the car on. Then press connect. So after about 20 seconds, this screen will pop up and it basically runs you through what you can and can't do. So you can diagnose any issues with the car, any lights or anything that you've got. You can code things, so you can even change the temperature of the heated seats, for example. You can see a bit of live data, which is really good because I don't think you can see sort of like engine temperatures and stuff like that without having to knock the speed off your dash. If you're like me, I've got like a digital readout of the speed as well as the speedo on this Mini. Now if we go into diagnostics, you can run a car check. If I click continue, this normally takes a couple of minutes, so what I'll do is I'll check back in when it's done. Right, so I've just finished running the diagnostic check and I've got 35 issues on this car, bearing in mind that there's no warning lights on the dash at all. So what we're going to do is press clear issues and see if any of these disappear. So now all of the codes have been cleared, what I'm going to do is run another diagnostic test just by clicking here and clicking continue and check for issues. This basically just means if we get any codes cropping up now, these are the issues that we do actually have with the car. So some of the codes that were brought up previously were from 44,000 kilometers, which was before I even bought the car. If we have codes cropping up now, that means we might have some issues that we need to take a look at. There might only be classed as moderate issues on the app, but it's better to know about them and catch them before they turn into bigger issues and then they're going to cost you a lot of money to fix. Right, so we've got 100% of systems checked and we've got 9 issues found, so which is a lot better than 35. 6 of which are to do with the engine, 2 for the airbag crash safety module, and 1 for the instrument cluster. So let's have a look and see what they are. So we've got dual mass flywheel component protection resonant oscillation from 41,000 kilometers, which was a long time ago. Now here's one, 55,000 kilometers, so that was definitely my ownership. Automatic start stop function deactivated. Don't really see how that's a bad thing. So we can always clear the issues again, repeat the process and see if we can get rid of a few more, because those codes seem to be from quite a way back, so I'm not that worried about them. But what I am going to do now is go into features and check live data. So what can we see with this? So it says monitor data, oil temperature, RPM, etc. And then if you go into vehicle issues, that's actually quite good. So you can prepare live values and monitor all of these little codes that were being brought up when you've diagnosed the issues with your car. You can just keep an eye on it. Now another thing with Carly is that you can code certain things in and out of the car. So things that annoy you, you can get rid of, and things that you think, oh, you know what, I quite fancy having that on my car, you can code in. So what I'm going to do now is get Carly to just do a little backup of everything how it is at the moment, and then if I want to revert back to default settings, I can do that at a later date. So now these are all the options just for the speedo, and there are a ton. And there's a different drop down menu for each part of the car, so this one is basically just for the dash. Then there's one just for the lights, so you can change all of the lights when you're clicking your fob and locking the car, and you can choose how long your headlights stay on for and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through all of these and just change it to how I want it, and then I'll get back to you with what I've actually done, and I'll test them all out. 1 second, I'm just going to do another one. So turn it off, turn the ignition back on again, okay, and they're sorted. Right, so I'm basically going through every single one of these welcome lights at the moment, so the car's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree by the time I'm done with it. But some of the really good things that I've done is disabled the automatic stop start. It absolutely does my head in that I have to flick that off every single time, so I've managed to just take that so it's completely off when I start the car up. What else have I done? I've done like a reverse gong, so when I slide into reverse I get a little bit of a boom. I'm just working my way through the rest of the things that I want to code out and sort of code in. So I'll get back to you in a bit. I think it's probably been about half an hour so far, but I have changed so much in this car, it's unbelievable. Just another thing as well, like I said, I've been doing it for about half an hour now, maybe about 40 minutes. I'm literally just ticking through the last things that I want to code, and it popped up with a low voltage. Obviously I've been in the car for nearly an hour now, just sorting bits out, and the battery was getting a little bit low. 𝙁𝘼, obviously, because they can do a battery health check on it, told me, whack your car on, turn the aircon on. I've done that. I can keep coding for as long as I want now, but it's a nice little reminder just to make sure that you don't drain your battery while you're doing all of this stuff. After all of that coding then, what have I actually used 𝙁𝘼 for? Well, I've identified plenty of potential issues with the car, and whilst the vast majority of them cleared, there were a few that decided to stick around. With the live data feature though, I can continue to monitor any issues that 𝙁𝘼 might have picked up to see if they get any worse. I've also coded out a few annoying things on the car, like the automatic start-stop, the seatbelt chime, and I've also customised the way the lights light up when locking and unlocking the car, which doesn't make a blind bit of difference, but it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So after all that, what is it going to end up costing you? Well, the scanner itself is £65, and the yearly subscription for the biggest and best package at the moment is £77, so 140 quid there or thereabouts. That might sound expensive, but when you take into account the amount of money you could potentially save diagnosing fault codes yourself, it might be worth it just for that. I've just spent 300 quid on a bit of glossy black trim to go underneath the windows on this Mini, so 140 quid in the grand scheme of things to keep on top of the health of your car isn't exactly a bad investment in my opinion. If you want to try it out for yourself, I'll put a link down in the comments. Of course, I'll receive a little Brucey bonus off the back of that, so if you want to support the channel, make sure you sign up through that link, and all of the money generated will be piled straight back into these videos. Massive thanks to 𝙁𝘼 for getting in touch and sponsoring the video, and if you have any more questions about it, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. That's it for now though. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!